I'm Jay with Aving News, and we are at H2 Meet here at Kintex in Korea, up for our next interview with Kapil Kajal from
Hi, Jay.
Interesting Engineering.
Thanks for inviting me here.
Yeah, tell us about Interesting Engineering.
Yeah, Interesting Engineering is a platform which publishes news reports on everything which is interesting and which involves engineering.
There we go. It makes it easy.
For example, hydrogen, as we are here right now in H2 Meet. So it's interesting and it's engineering right now. It's the most valuable field in the whole world right now.
Okay, so we're here specifically, you guys do everything that's interesting in engineering, but specifically we're here at a hydrogen exhibition. So what nowadays is interesting or engineering about hydrogen?
So we know we have faced huge heat waves this summer. We know how this carbon neutrality is important to the entire world. And right now, every government is moving towards its goal to do zero emissions. Some say they will do it by 2030, some say they will do it by 2045, some say 2050. But really, what's the way? What's the way? If you are saying it's solar the way, then I'll ask how my friend sitting in Norway will have this, who have 6 months of darkness. Then some says wind. Then wind cannot do it because there are no wind in many countries of the world. Some says there are different kind of things, but there is one solution which is hydrogen, which the governments together are looking at. So hydrogen may be the future towards the zero neutrality. At least it's the first step.
Yeah.
At least I don't know about if it will be the future, but right now we are taking baby steps towards being carbon neutral, and I guess the steps matter the most.
That's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
Taking the steps to get there to carbon neutrality.
Yeah.
I mean, carbon zero would be great, but the first step is carbon neutrality.
Yeah.
You talked about how, of course, a lot of us, we're bombarded with information regarding solar power, solar panels, or wind power, the wind turbines, but there are countries or certain areas in the world that don't have the opportunity to use those technologies.
Right.
So when we're talking about hydrogen, though, that doesn't use those technologies to help produce it, we're talking about gray hydrogen, correct?
Right.
So you, from your point of view, you think obviously the use of hydrogen in general, being gray hydrogen with the eventual desire to produce and use green hydrogen. How do you think we're going to get there?
The way is difficult, but not non-achievable. Yeah, we have seen the gray hydrogen and the impacts of gray hydrogen on the environment. Yeah, now we want to move towards green hydrogen, but again we are moving it towards the green hydrogen by using electrolysis. And now electrolysis means you have to use either the wind energy or the solar energy or any other green energy to produce the hydrogen, which will be used in the transportation, maybe energy sector, maybe. But again, is the question again, as we were talking, is it really clean? If we are using solar panels to again solar energy to give power to something which will produce hydrogen. Again, the question arises: is solar clean or is hydrogen clean in this case? So we need to go forward more. We need to bring more technologies in the hydrogen field, and then we will only decide if it is really clean or not. Again, the feasibility of solar is not there in every country. So we are saying that we want to bring hydrogen to the entire world.
Right.
But if we want to bring hydrogen to the entire world, if I am sitting in the US, I don't want South Korea to deliver me hydrogen.
Right.
If anyone is sitting in West, don't want East to send them hydrogen, that will again produce some more CO2 by transporting the fuel.
Of course. So there's so many different components and variables to deal with green energy. It's not just hydrogen is green, let's use that right away. It's about transportation, manufacturing, everything to deal with that.
Yeah.
Specifically, you're here in Korea. I don't know how much you know about the Korean market, but what do you see? Why did you come to Korea, first of all? And then what do you see the potential of being here? Or what do you think maybe specifically Korea is doing well within the hydrogen market?
So of course, as I said, to solve the problem, we need to address one. So the carbon, of course, is a problem, and to achieve that, we have to address that. We have to do something. Again, it's a baby steps towards being carbon neutral. Hydrogen is a thing of the future. We don't know how technology will evolve. Maybe it will be evolved greatly, or maybe not. But right now, Korea is the first country which has taken the steps towards it. Korea is the first country, as I was talking to Hyundai guys, they are making great hydrogen plants, some plants which are transforming waste into hydrogen, some are transforming plastic into hydrogen. So there are a lot of things going on right now in the Korean market itself. So that's why I am here in Korea to explore more about, and I haven't seen so much talk over hydrogen in the entire world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have not seen like conference on hydrogen. This is the first.
Okay.
First of its kind.
So me being a Korea-based reporter, I go out to a lot of exhibitions, and I think it's, you know, not only the field of hydrogen. There's so much happening in this country right now.
Yeah, right.
As far as producing, exporting, designing different technologies, different materials. All this is coming out of Korea right now, and it's interesting. Your company is U.S.-based, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I'm an American myself, but I haven't lived back in the States for a while, so I'm seeing everything from being here at this point of view, from Korea's point of view. As far as what you said, it seems like Korea is really pushing green technology and green energy forward. I know that it has a lot to do with government program and funding and things. Do you see Korea as a leader per se, or do you see Korea as a possible country that the US or other markets would like to do collaboration with, or both in that matter? How do you think that we can move forward globally in the hydrogen sector?
So, as far as I know, Korea is a friend.
Okay.
Korea is a friend.
Sure.
I won't say the word collaborate. Okay, it's collaborative, but yeah.
But an ally.
It's being an ally. It's being a friend. US and Korea are the best of friends, and US right now is pushing its hydrogen market greatly. Like it announced in 2021 that it will invest some $9.5 billion in the market to produce hydrogen, to create infrastructure, to create at least 4 hubs inside the country which can produce hydrogen. Then there is another law which says per dollar 1 kg of hydrogen to be produced.
Okay.
$1 for 1 kg of hydrogen.
Okay.
Which is the ultimate aim. Which is the ultimate. Right now we know how expensive hydrogen is.
Right.
Right now there is a lot of things which involve into the hydrogen production, and it is very, very expensive. So the end game is keeping it low so that it can be transmitted to the houses of people in the US or in Korea. So both the US and Korea are friends. They have been friends for a long time, and I see Korea taking a step, and US will follow it.
So speaking of interesting, specifically since you work for interesting engineering, are there things within the hydrogen sector and industry that you specifically find interesting? So for example, last time I was here at this exhibition, I saw hydrogen-powered water taxis, and they were proposing to use them in Busan to get people around on the water instead of the general roads. Where do you see hydrogen being used that's the most interesting, or the most interesting technology that's coming out
So
of
right
this?
now, after covering the entire show, I have seen hydrogen being used as a drone fuel.
Okay.
In drones. So they have
Hydrogen in drones.
in drones.
Okay.
So it's AI in drones.
Okay.
AI in hydrogen, sorry. So now AI and hydrogen is getting combined. So there is a company Hydrogreen. I guess they have started a good initiative for the military of South Korea.
Okay.
So Republic of South Korean Army. They have made a surveillance drone which will use hydrogen as its fuel. They have used liquid hydrogen as well as solid hydrogen.
And I heard, I'm not an expert in this field, so I heard that one of the advantages of using hydrogen compared to with electric power is range. So perhaps the application of a hydrogen drone is that it can stay airborne longer?
Yeah. One interesting thing I forgot to tell you about that drone. That drone remained airborne for 9,000 kilometers. That created a world record for.
I need a hydrogen-powered GoPro.
Yeah.
So I could use my
you
GoPro
can use-
longer.
Yeah.
Hydrogen-powered drones. I never saw this coming. Everyone up until now has been pushed so much. Everything is electric,
Electric.
and then everything else is AI, and AI. But it's really cool
So-
to see different technology being combined with AI and other things kind of happening.
So US Army want to keep their drones forever in the air. So they have invested in a technology which will take electricity from the ground, and they have made some air refueling kind of drones. Like there are refueling jets you have seen. So they have made refueling drones. So
to
they
keep them airborne all the time?
Yeah, to keep them airborne all the time. So see the level of technology needed to keep a drone airborne. And when you have to remove all this technology and just use hydrogen to keep it airborne forever, then you see how much money will be saved.
Right. This is interesting. I have to keep using the word because it's the name of your company, but it is interesting. It's cool to see that there are so many different renewable or quote unquote green energy sources. We're trying to get there. I understand that. Being used and being pushed forward, and the different applications for each. As far as I know, hydrogen in comparison to electric is the fact that it can be refueled right away compared to a charging electric device, and of course range.
EVs are not good source of a carbon neutrality thing. So Harvard recently conducted a study, and as US want to achieve zero carbons by 2030, so they are relying completely on EVs. So Harvard did a study and found out that by the current rate of production of EVs, US will not achieve that. They'll only achieve that if they invest in hybrid vehicles as well, if they invest in hydrogen vehicles as well. And other thing with EVs is not a clean fuel. Electric vehicles are not cleaner. At last you charge your vehicles by the grid.
Right.
So grid means you are producing more CO2, you are burning more carbon. So that's not one thing is that. And other thing is that to make batteries, you need a lot of mining.
Yep.
You need a lot of nickel, you need a lot of cobalt, lithium ion, and in that mining, a lot of mining ruin the spaces. All the spaces where the mining is going on right now, the places are ruined, completely ruined. So mining is not a good thing again. And third thing is, once your battery life is finished, where will you dispose of all those batteries? The same question we ask for solar cells as well. Once they have done with their age, what will you do with all those solar panels?
Whereas hydrogen itself is just being stored in a tank.
Hydrogen being stored in a tank, and once you use that,
it becomes water. It becomes water. Okay, so you're here, you're in Korea, you're a US-based company. What are you hoping to get or see out of this H2 meet here?
I am hoping to see world leaders coming together and take a vow, like join South Korea with this race.
Like because it's happening here.
Yeah, it's happening here, and it's important. Now. Yeah, and it's important. It's important to join South Korea right now. South Korea is the flag bearer of this thing, and all the world leaders. And I have seen all the world leaders coming here and joining the hands with South Korea.
That's great. Someone needs to get everyone in line and push them forward and keep going.
Yeah, as everybody said, every revolution needs something.
Absolutely.
At least something. So this something this time is South Korea.
Awesome.
And not only let me tell you, I used to cover defense earlier with Janes.
Okay.
So I have seen South Korea, how South Korean market is growing. South Korea is growing in defense field like crazy. We have seen Poland orders a lot of tanks. We have seen Australia ordering howitzers. At least 9 countries have ordered K9 howitzers from South Korea, and K2 tanks. Romania has ordered, Poland has ordered, and even now US is considering K9 howitzers from South Korea. So, and missiles, of course, long range surface to air missiles, long range, medium range surface to air missiles. UAE has bought a lot of them. So we have seen South Korea growing, and South Korea technology is promising. That's why it's everywhere now.
So have the world come here, and as you said, you're so excited about being here and seeing such a big hydrogen exhibition with so much technology being shown, hopefully pushing this forward. Of course, the ultimate goal being green hydrogen. I know you're a busy man. You came over from abroad. Is there anything else you would like to add to our interview?
Nothing else. It's just that if South Korea has taken an initiative, it would be good. There is a reputation for South Korea in the entire world, and that reputation is, if South Korea is doing something, we have seen it with Samsung, we have seen it with Kia, we have seen it with Hyundai, we have seen it with Hanwha. If South Korea has taken an initiative, it will definitely succeed, and I wish all the best for
There you go. South Korea is taking the first big step of moving the hydrogen industry forward. We are here at H2 Meet, and that was a great interview with Kapil Kajal from Interesting Engineering.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Thank you.